I looked at that license price there. I heard it goes fast there.
Yeah, it's gonna take you an hour to drive there. All right, you guys. I think we are live. We are live. We are live here on YouTube. We're not gonna be doing Facebook today because I got some guests. Turn on my phone. Somebody in there yelling. All right, you guys. Okay, yeah, we live. We live. We live. Welcome to Soapbox Heroes. Today, you guys, we are going to be talking about what is it that women want from men in 2019. What is it that women want? And look, we have some women here to tell us. So look, fellas, if you're watching, soak up some game, learn a little something, ask some questions, drop some lines. We'll make sure that I make sure that I read the questions. I'll make sure that I read the comments if they got something that you want to say to our wonderful, distinguished, beautiful women on the post today. So let me get started. January, you the biggest on my screen so far. You want to take a second to introduce yourself?
My name is January Angel, originally from Columbus, Ohio. Currently living in Houston, Texas. I have 3 sons, 21, 19, and 10.
All right, 21, 19, and 10. And January waiting on her pizza to get delivered, but it's raining. So I don't think he's going to bring it to the door.
And I'm going to eat it while I'm on the show. I'm sorry.
It's all good. We live life here. Now, Shanae, take a second and introduce yourself. Let everybody know.
I'm going to put this down for 1 second.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Nashade. I'm a single mom and a current on my journey to get my PhD in sociology. And I have a web show called Paper Doll Houses, and it's based off of helping out a lot of women who've gone through a lot of things and kind of showcasing to our younger generation on how to build to be better women and help our older generation, let them know that it's going to be okay. Kind of like a platform to let your voice be heard.
Okay, no, that's commendable. I like all about platforms that let your voice be heard. I'm all about that. And again, you guys go check out Paper Doll Houses. Leola, hi, Leola.
Hi.
Everybody, if you don't know, this is Queen Leola Mariah. I'm introducing you for you. Let me let you introduce yourself.
Well, I decided it's no longer queen because everyone thinks that they're a queen and they're not acting queenly these days. Ooh. So it's actually just Leola. So anyway, but I'm born and raised Houstonian, and I every once in a while have decided to jump on Soapbox Heroes to help my BFF Tyrone. But you can follow me on Instagram, Lee Mariah Rose. And really, I'm just a comedian, femininityist, conservative feminist comedian.
Wait, say that again.
A conservative feminist comedian, a femininityist.
How can you be a conservative and I don't know. You're going to have to one day. Yeah, you're going to have to one day explain all that stuff.
You need a whole hour and a half to understand me.
Let's go take more than that. All right, you guys. Well, let's get into it. Today's subject is, what do women want from men in 2019? And I guess it's good that I have you guys here so I can ask you guys directly. And again, I think this is something that can help the men. So if you're a fellow watching, check it out, take notes. And again, if you got some questions, make sure you let me know and I will ask. And so let me start. I'm going to ask this. And I'm going to ask questions and we just go bounce off of them. And these are stuff that I've been hearing all throughout the day and throughout the week. And so it's kind of fresh on my mind. And I'm going to start with you. I'll start with you, Nasha, and we can all, everybody can answer the question. What type of man do you want? Do you like a alpha male or a beta male?
Alpha, definitely, but I also like there to be a kind of like a balance in the relationship. So versus I don't know, I can't take a beta male. I dated a beta male. I don't want to be too top. I need somebody right up there with me.
All right, so you need somebody right up there with you. So you want an alpha male, not a beta male.
No.
Like not beta at all?
I think it's kind of good. I mean, yes and no. I feel like there's, like I said, a balance with what I want, but I don't want someone too in control of everything. And I don't know. I don't really know how to explain that, but yes and no. That's an odd question, but yes and no.
I have to start somewhere, and that's something that we're hearing a lot now. And I can only ask these questions from a man's standpoint, and that's something that men talk about. Well, she likes alpha males, she likes beta males, and that's like this inner thing going on between the guys right now. And we always talk about alpha males and beta males. Leola, what about you? Alpha male or beta male?
I like males. I don't like fish. So I don't know what a beta is. I only know about fish.
Fish.
Beta fish.
A beta
But
male, a beta male, I guess, is something. If I were to give it a quick definition, I guess more of a submissive man. I guess they would call it a beta male.
oh, a soy boy.
Okay, if that's what.
Oh, well, I like men.
So you like alpha males.
I like men. If you're a man, I like men. Today I like men. Tomorrow I don't know. But today I like men.
All right, January. I think January
Okay.
getting her pizza.
Hold on. All right. Yep, I had to go meeting.
I told you he wasn't gonna bring you that pizza.
He was lost.
It was raining.
Couldn't find my building.
All right, January. What about you? When it comes to men, what type of man do you like? Do you like an alpha male or a beta male?
I don't know. I don't use those terms. I mean, I don't. Sometimes when I see alpha male, they're kind of irritating
Okay.
with their stance on things. So I'll say I'm in between because I need somebody that's going to handle me for one and not too rough.
Okay.
I'm still the boss.
Wait, you still the boss?
Yeah.
so you want a man that you could be the boss? Do you want a man to take a back seat to you as the boss? Or what?
No.
Is it something you can work on together? I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
what y'all women want.
Yeah, like we could work on together, but not be too controlled. Like I don't like a controlling man, basically. But I want him to also listen to me. So, you know,
Okay.
because I think what I have to say is the right way most of the time.
Okay. Leola, what's the best? What's qualities that you look for in a man specifically?
Qualities, are you talking about internally or externally?
Both.
Well, I think, well, for one, I always like someone who's taller than me because I love to wear my heels. So other than that, whatever I'm looking for, it's someone that can have carry a conversation because I'm a talker. So I need to have someone who can carry a conversation and then at the same time be silly, it's what I've looked for, what I can say is just like someone who knows how to like have fun, but I don't have to carry a conversation. That's like watching paint dry. I need someone to I don't always want to be the talker. So, but other than that, it's really about how you are inside. Just the kind of person that I'm attracted to usually is someone who can speak and that can go back and forth with me for like hours, but then at the same time it's like, all right, let's watch some scary movies, cartoons, and call it a night. Because I'm a virgin as well, so no sex.
Okay, version Leola. I can't call you Queen Leola. You struck that part from your name. Now, Shanae, what do you look for in a man? What type of qualities do you look for in a man?
Younger me was completely different from now. I think more mental stability. I think he has to be self-aware within himself that he's at a completion stage for himself in order to actually progress into a relationship. I feel like I want a man who is not about I don't even want to say games because games is so common. I feel like it's more of fear of himself and he can't give himself or share himself with somebody else. I want someone to have fun with because I'm a big kid and I have kids. But no, somebody I can hold a conversation with as well. I agree with that.
All right, somebody
Oh
hold the
wait,
conversation.
Tyrone, I asked this question when we did it with the dudes before. Are we all looking for biological men, or are we talking about what we're looking for in biological men or transgender? Because remember, not masculine men is not necessarily just
Yeah, you saving me from the legalese and the different things that people would say. We're talking about biological men at this point. And the only reason I'm doing that is because that's the only perspective I can ask questions honestly for, because I don't know anybody else's perspective. And
I'm just trying to make sure that we have this base, because also last time you had nothing but married men or men with situations. So I just want to say it's a little bit unfair. So I just wanted to put that out. That's it. But January is next.
Hey, you know, I ask people, and whoever come on, and so you know.
Ladies, how are a whole bunch of married men gonna say what we're looking for in women in 2019? How is that a conversation?
Because they're still men.
They're married. They're not looking out. They're not looking for anything. They're in something. What are they going to tell us? What are they going to say? Oh, okay, yeah, this is what really. No, you have what you're looking for. Thank you. What you're saying does not apply to the rest of us.
Which is why I said a self-sufficient man who's finished, because a man that's not finished in his own mind frame will keep looking until he's got to look for himself and somebody else instead of looking for himself. So then you get stuck with somebody that, you know.
They're still men. They still know what other men are looking for, even if it's not them themselves. But
not
look,
in 2019. If you've been married for 15 years, or you've been with someone for 15 years, you don't know what single life is in 2019. You don't know how dating is in 2019. Have several seats.
They might.
If they are, then I surely don't want to hear anything that they have to say.
And a married person knows what they want out of a marriage. And so they still can have advice on what they want in 2019. But look, today we talking about the women. So throw your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care.
Okay, it's January's turn. What are you looking for January in a man in 2019? What the qualities are, if you're available?
Well, I like men that are tall, not too slim. He has to know what he wants in life. He has to be a little independent, not the man that's asking the woman to do everything, like they don't know how to do anything, like work their phone or do, make appointments and do shit like that. I'm tired of that. So I need somebody that's a little independent, and he has to be fun. He has to be able to keep my interest, because I get bored easily. I'm a Gemini.
You get bored easy, so he got to pique your interest.
Yes.
All right. Look,
he can't be boring at all.
Can't be boring. And okay, what do you mean not boring? You got to give me specifics. What is it that you like to do? Because go ahead.
There's some guys that don't like to do anything, that are like homebodies, just want to sit in the house and things like that. I'm a socialite. I'm a social butterfly. I like to be out and about. And he can't be insecure, because I'm going to talk to people, and I want a lot in the guy. I think maybe it's too much.
Nah, go ahead. That's what we here for. That's what I'm telling you, it's gonna be somebody down there taking notes.
Yes. Yeah, it has to be romantic. And just has to basically keep my interest and be stable.
Okay, see that list, you only added 2 more things. I thought I was going to be sitting here writing for days.
Romance is what type of romance? Do you want him to be romantic like Romeo, like, oh, I love you, I'll die for you, or romantic like that BDSM kind of romantic, like I will throw you on the bed and choke you real good, but I love you?
Wow.
I'm talking about I like romance. I like a guy that celebrates the holidays. I like the guy that gives little, little things just to show appreciation, romantic dinners, you know, maybe a date night once a month, like just something to keep my interest.
Without love bombing.
What's love bombing?
It's a narcissistic trait that a person can do to show you that they love you. In truthful reality, they're just trying to get you under their wings. So you got to be careful with stuff like that.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
love bombing. Let me write that down. Love bombing. I'm gonna have to look into that. All right, here, Nasha sent you up. Let me ask you a question. How do you like to be approached? Because a bunch of men have a whole bunch of different approaches. And so how do you like to be approached? Do you like, hey, yo, baby, what's up? Or you like, hey,
then I'm gonna keep walking if that happens. I like someone to come up to me and strike up a conversation. I feel like that's the most attractive thing ever, especially if you're trying to get to know me. I feel like if you're just gonna be like, hey yo, what's up? Then you just trying to get hey yo in my pants, and I don't want that. So
that's not striking the conversation. Hey yo, what's up? That's what I'm saying. What's up? What type of conversation you talking about here? Do I need to walk up to you and say, hi, are you into quantum physics? Or
no.
way for a man to walk up to you and get the number?
Just talk to me. General conversation. How you doing? How's your day? I think you're a nice looking person. I was wondering if I can get to know you a little bit better. Here's my number. Here, you know, I mean, we can talk a little bit more and kind of go from there.
Hey, say it for the people in the back.
Right.
Wait. So January, that's what you saying? That's the type of approach that you like?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I like to be courted.
Right.
Like
okay.
Yes. Be civil.
Courted or chased? Which one? You like to be courted, not chased?
My little alarm thing was going off.
Yeah, we all should be getting the alerts.
What alert?
If we live in Texas.
Oh yeah, I just got one too. Flash flood warning until 12:30 a.m. Stay in the house.
Yeah. Jesus.
Stay in
well,
the
if January had her man, she would be like, no, let's get out.
Girl, if I still had my in-house babysitters, I probably would be out right now. My son done moved on.
Leola, how do you like to get approached? Do you like a man to approach you like super suave, you know, just drop them lines like you've been running across my mind all day, baby?
You know funny
like, how do
story.
You like it?
I like to be approached, like any approach. That's any approach. It's like, hey, tell a funny joke. Hey, baby, let me get your number. Like, oh, I've like you've been running around my head all day, blah blah blah. Like any of that, please, any of it, because for some strange reason, no one is approaching me. I have no idea why. I have no idea, absolutely no idea. Like, I get okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm a little bit of a crazy person. But and then I don't go out a lot, so I guess that's one of those things. But I just like anything that's funny, quirky, that's going to start a conversation. Then it's like then I'll be like, okay, well, why don't you just ask for my number? Because you want it, like. So, but I hate the whole this social media era of like, hey, can I text you sometimes? I'm like, you could have just asked for my number, or let me get your Snapchat. You could have just asked for my number. What's your Instagram handle? Again, you could have just asked for my number. Like, just go straight for my number.
Okay, so you want him to keep it classic when it comes to the communication. You want him to ask for the digits, not your Instagram.
It could just anything. It's like it's really fun to have a story. It's like, you know, when I'm at Starbucks and I'm hanging out and this guy and I get served some paper from a lawyer or something, and it's like, lawyers. That's funny. We have a story right there. We can go.
All right. And look, you guys, I'm promoting somebody else to a panelist. We have Miracle Jones coming on. She should be on in any second. All right, I have Miracle up when she comes on. She'll check in, I'm sure. Hey, Miracle.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
we good. We good.
What's
We
up?
good. We talking about. Look,
That's good.
you right on time. Miracle. Take a second to introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
Perfect. Hey, I'm Miracle. I'm in California. And I'm excited to be on this.
I'm excited to have you on. Did you know today's question is, what do you women want
Can
from
you hear me?
men?
What's up?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Did you know today's question is, what do women want from men? What do you guys want from us? And so right now I was asking the other ladies, I said, how do you like to be approached? Do you like somebody to approach you like real strong? Like, yo, baby, what's up? How you like it?
Right. Uh-oh. I mean, that's a great question. I would say that I like just a regular approach. Don't overdo it. Just be you. You know, a lot of men, I think they don't know who they are sometimes, so it makes it really uncomfortable. But I've been off, the dating scene for a while, so I don't really know how they're approaching now. But just, I think in 2019, men just need to be more of themselves, be more secure, in themselves, and also just be honest. Don't come with no bogus stuff. Just come with the truth.
So don't come with no bogus stuff. Come with the truth.
Hey.
All right. What was Nasha? What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm with the sweet truth. Don't come.
I just said preach because I highly agree. Yes, come with nothing but the truth.
All right, look, Nasha, give me a line.
I like to be lied to for a little bit, like that. I like to be lied to, like, hey, I know the head of NBC. I can get you everything you want. Like, oh, thank you so much. Let me have some of it. Oh wait, I'm just kidding.
Love bombing. Couldn't do it. Because it's like going on a date, who's got on a push-up bra, and then you get home and take her push-up bra off, and then nothing's there.
But I'm just saying, like reel me in. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the comedian in me that's like, okay, let me see how far I'm gonna let this go. Because it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, somebody at NBC, so do I. Oh, Louis Vuitton, the head of it.
All right, so I can lie to you just a little bit just to reel you in at first.
Just for fun. Yes, I can have a fun story when I dump you. I can be like, oh man, this guy came with these lines. And then I have a good story, I have a good bit.
Oh, well, it's not going to do him any good if you end up just dumping him for it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea why I'm still single. I have no idea why people would be turned off by a comedian who does things for bits. No idea.
Nashane, give me a line. Let's say you put yourself in the man's position approaching you. Give me something good. If the fellas wanted to know what to say to you, give the voice, the tone, the tenor, put the emotion into it that you want to hear. Let me hear
No. I can't do that. I play around with my friends like that. Like, hey, baby girl, I think you're very beautiful. I saw you standing over here, and I just kind of admire your beauty from a distance. I was wondering if maybe I can get to know you and trying to, your name, your phone number, things like that. But then see me, I don't know. That's as far as I can go because I haven't been dating either, so I really don't know.
All right, well, I'm just just trying to figure it out. That's what is what women want from men in 2019. All right,
chivalry.
Let's chivalry.
Yeah.
All right, chivalry, because some people say chivalry is dead. Is chivalry
it's not.
dead? It's not. Is chivalry dead, Miracle?
I think for some guys it is.
Yeah.
I think some men don't want to be treated for some strange reason. There's this push of men who are like, I want her to do this.
Exactly.
Like, So it's not spoiled. It's like it's that incel MGTOW movement where it's like you shouldn't be asking me out. You should be giving me sex. Like I shouldn't have to ask you for my number. You should get on your knees and ask me to marry you. And get on your knees for some other
like my
things.
brother, let me tell you, like my brother, my big brother, I really admire him because he still like opens the car door. Like even for me, like if I'm riding with him, he'll open the car door. And I think that's just so sweet. I mean, that goes a long way, you know?
This guy asked me, is it okay for him to open the door?
Really?
Well, okay. Now, would that be a beta? You see, a beta male?
No, that wasn't. This was in a public setting. He was like, "Is it okay if I open the door?" I didn't know the guy from Adam, and I was like, "I'm Texan. If you did it, you would hear it." But he was like, "Some women these days, you know, I have to be careful." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Open my door. I don't have. My hands were up here because I was wearing my heels and I had my purse. So I was going like this, the Wendy Williams. So I didn't open the door anyway."
All right, Miracle, can you hear us?
There's like a lag or something with her.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little lag on your phone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just a little lag. It's a little lag. Miracle, I didn't get to ask you because when you came.
I'm here.
Okay. When it comes to men, do you like a beta male or an alpha male? So do you like more of an aggressive male or more of a passive male?
I don't like these terms.
That's a good question. I actually like both. I want him to be both. I wouldn't mind an alpha male because I'm an alpha female, so I can understand a male that's aggressive a little bit better than a beta because I'm not I'm only passive a little, maybe with my kids or something, but you know, like, but I would prefer an alpha male. But if it's both and they have that passive where they can balance it, then that would work.
So if they're like a human being.
So,
developed personality.
Some are human beings, some are just like empty shells trying to find themselves through other people. I mean, it's two different things.
No, that's what I'm saying. A human being with a well-developed personality.
Yeah. For that I see
so that's a cross between a beta and an alpha is a well-developed human being with a good personality.
I just don't like these terms. Like if we're gonna go into 2019 saying what we want for men, why are we? I just don't like these terms because then it's gonna go, well, I don't want a woman who's a mom. I don't want a woman who has been married before. I don't want a woman with fake boobs. I don't want a woman with a flat behind. I just think in 2019 we should like drop all that and say I want a human person who's I am biologically or societal attracted to, and then we'll go from there.
All right, here, let me read a few of these comments real quick. Sharonda Davis says, and thank you for watching, Sharonda Davis. And if you guys can, while you out there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. She says, balance. A man that knows when to lead, knows when to let me lead where I shine best. Betty Boo says, yes, Sharonda. All right, let me see. Skip down a little bit more. Sharonda also says open-minded. So I guess open-minded is a good quality that she looks for. Love Life want me to ask you guys, what do you have to offer? And see, I think that's what a lot of the men are saying. They say that women want a lot, but they feel like women don't have as much to offer as what they want. So what would you guys say about that? How do you guys combat that? Because that is something I hear a lot. So let the men know. Go ahead.
Men raise little girls. I'm just saying. How does a man say that they don't know what they want? That's why I said the Social Security thing. Because if a lot of women aren't giving a man what they want, then what exactly are the men looking for? Because like she said before, I don't want a woman. I actually know someone like that who didn't want a woman because she was married before her had kids, and that became an issue. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. She's still a person. Let's take all that stuff off the table. Let's take her past off the table. She's still a person. She still grows and evolves every single day. So how is it that this one person you don't want this one person because, oh, I don't know, she might be too big, she might be too small, she has kids, she doesn't have kids, she has what I want. It doesn't make any sense. Now you're picking and choosing, and then it becomes this whole issue where women are like at disposal of men, and then men, it's a big issue. That's why
But
there's
what was the question again, Tyrone? What do we have to offer?
Yeah, it was a comment, and he was saying, what do you guys have to offer? And I was just saying that is something that I hear a lot of men ask women. When women start to say, what do they want? A lot of men will say, well, what do you have to offer? And so I think it'd be good if you guys answered that question. So maybe
It's what's
know
funny.
what women are thinking.
Man, it's different. It's different.
But I didn't understand. I didn't remember that question coming up when we had what men want in 2019 of what I don't think that ever came up. One, two, all of those men were married and were in long-term relationships. So they, again, back to what I said, they shouldn't have been saying anything. But also, what do we have, when you say, what do you have to offer? What is it? Why don't you just, the offer here is to get to know someone and maybe grow and have a future with. That's what I have to offer. Like, what do you want from me? Do you want my uterus? Do you want my kidneys? Do you want my toes? Like, what the kind of question is that? What do I have to offer? How a great looking woman in my mind who has patience for someone who is going to ask a question like that. Sounds like a small-minded little person, man, maybe.
All right, Love Life. I think they answered your question. Let me know if they sufficiently answered your question out there. You know what I'm saying? Miracle. Look, when it comes to the men, Miracle, a lot of men feel as if women are difficult. And I'm going to ask all of you guys this question. Why do men feel like women are difficult? And what would it take to clear that up so men wouldn't feel like women are difficult? Why do men feel like women are difficult?
I think that that's a great question, and that men think women are difficult because we don't just go along with the flow. You know, like we actually can say, no, I don't think that's right, or yes, I actually do want to engage in that. But when you start telling them, oh, no, that's not who I am, or, you know, that's not something that I want to be a part of, and it doesn't have to all be negative. It can just be, you know, simple things. That's when I believe that you become difficult because you're not going to play their game, you know? And I don't have time for the game. So I do get that. I get that from men, like, oh, you're difficult, you know? Okay, well, let me be difficult in my own little world, but I'm not going to be unhappy or step out of character because you feel that you know, because they feel like I'm difficult.
Okay.
It's just not going to happen.
Okay, I can dig it. January, why do men say that women are difficult? What's going on? Why y'all so difficult? Or what do we have to do so we can stop thinking you guys are difficult? What's the breakdown, Jan?
Well, it's the same as everybody else said. I mean, they say we're difficult because we, you know, we speak up our mind. You know, we don't like to get, you know, for guys to run over us, or even think that they're, you know, running game on us. Because I'm like that. I mean, people say I'm like a guy when it comes to because I kind of am. I just like kind of don't care. And I'm gonna tell you how it is and how it's going to be. And if you don't like it, then oh well. But that's why they think we're difficult because we're not, you know, at their waking call and you know, like I guess like it was like back in the day when the man kind of ruled the household and ruled the woman. We have a voice now, so now we're difficult.
Okay, what about you, Nashane? Why would you say that? Why would men say that women are difficult? And what do a man have to do to where they don't feel like it's difficult?
I feel like it's communication. And I think overall it's communication. If you're going to be in a relationship with a woman, get to know her completely before you kind of like set standards. So with her, if things are difficult, I think, like I said, the communication, oh, I'm going to do this a certain way, but he gets upset because he's not doing it a certain way. That's her mannerism. That's how she's always going to be. She's always going to be kind of set a certain way. I mean, I just think it's more communication than anything. I think if he finds it's an issue with her, or if he has an issue with her, It should just be basically off communication. Because then at the end of the day, he can go run to everybody else and tell people how difficult she is, and that causes issues.
Okay. I could dig it. Leola, why do men say that women are difficult?
Right.
Well, human beings are difficult. I don't know if you knew this, but when you have two people coming from two different backgrounds and they're coming together, it's difficult. You're not always going to agree. So when I hear men say, oh, this person is difficult, and I listen to it a lot, then I'm like, it really sounds like she is not who you thought she was, and that you made a lot of assumptions about her character. And then now you're saying she's difficult because you assumed all of these things. So she looked really nice and beautiful all the time, and she had a great cherry personality. Well, guess what? Life happens, and that some days are bad. But I don't like this conversation of women are difficult, men are less difficult, anything. It's like a weird conversation because people are difficult. When you have two personalities trying to get to know each other, it's difficult. So when I hear men say, well, all women are difficult. Well, is your mom difficult? Oh, she's dead? Oh, I wonder why she's not on this planet anymore.
Oh man, hey, some people might just be difficult. Well, here, look, and here, you guys, I'm not here to argue with you guys because I'm listening.
No, we're not arguing. We're just having a nice conversation.
I'm just letting everybody know, even the people listening. I'm not here to argue with them because we trying to figure out what the women want from men nowadays. And the 3 T's, thank you for joining 3 T's. You know I love when you jump in. Let me see. Let me scroll up and see. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, you guys hit the thumbs up. Don't be afraid. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. All right, let me ask you guys this. And first, I'm going to ask you, Nashane, and I'm going to ask Miracle, January, then Leola. All the same question. Don't be afraid. What are some turnoffs? What do men do that just turn women off? And you guys think of some things that we don't know that we like that turn you off, because we think that we smooth, you know what I'm saying? We always think we winning, but it don't always work. So y'all give us some game. Let us know what we do that you guys just really don't feel. Go ahead, Nasha.
Lack of communication. That's my number one. The second one is insecurities. The third one is consistency. The lack of consistency. That is my hugest turnoff.
A brother be busy.
No, it's not even about, okay, look, and that roots back to communication. It's an understanding. If I have somebody in my life who's really, really busy, understanding on both ends. I understand that you're busy. But if the consistency is, I'm gonna come and see you, or I'm not even come see you, I'm gonna come do something. And then it just, I worked with someone who wasn't consistent in us progressing forward together, not even a relationship, but financial wise. There was no consistency there. I was pushing, I was pulling, he was doing nothing. I was more consistent, he wasn't. So when I say consistency, that's what I mean. But
terrible couple.
More the lack of respect, I don't know, the laziness. I hate laziness. I can't take it. I just can't. I can't. You got to be progressing towards something.
January, why you look like you got a long list of things that you don't like?
No, I'm up here thinking of something like,
Miracle, what are some things that you don't like? Come on. What's some turnoffs? Some things that just make you think, no.
Turnoffs for me are, someone who a liar. That's a big turnoff. Like, don't lie. I'm busy. If you could tell me the truth, we will get along all day, every day. I like the truth. I like a straightforward person. Just know who you are and know what you want. And if I catch you in that's just the biggest turnoff for me, is lying. Everything else I could kind of work with, but if you're just a liar and you can't get your story straight, you all over the place, I don't want to deal with it. But I would say lying, inconsistency, not spiritual. If you're not spiritual and you don't know who you serve, you know, or we don't actually, if you don't serve the same God as me, that's a turn off for me. Not that you're a bad person. It's just I know that I'm not going to change my religion for anyone, and I'm pretty sure that person is set in their ways as well. So if they believe in the same God I believe in, that's if they do believe, then that's perfect. But if not, that's just like we could be cool, but we can't have anything further from this. But just that I would say those things.
Okay, I hear you. Again, if you guys out there take note, you might want to ask her, hey, who do you believe in? Like Pac said, before you try to go too far. Hey, and if you out there, you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, or the subscribe.
Yes. Because some people out here still, you know, still believe.
All right, January. Let's get to that list. What don't you like? What's some turnoffs? What do we be doing that y'all don't like?
I hate when a guy brags to me about what he has.
Ooh.
That is the most irritating thing to me. You don't have to brag to me. You know, if you want to show it or do whatever.
Yeah, that is. That's my.
But when you brag about everything you have and what you got, I mean, it's a turn off. I don't like, like I said, I like communication. I don't like boring guys. So if you're just like a slump, you're just sitting there and I always have to do like the start of the conversation, then I don't like that. I don't like insecure men. Inconsistent is a big one as well. When you say you're going to do something, understand things come up, but when it's always something that comes up, that kind of takes you back to lying because majority of the time that's a lie. So, what else? I don't like people that are guys that aren't on time. That's irritating to me as well. And I don't like a guy that always asks me. Like sometimes I would like a guy to make, you know, the choices and the decisions and things like that.
Okay, Leola, let's get to your list. I'm writing this stuff down.
I actually don't have a huge list.
Okay.
I don't like arrogance. I love confidence. I don't like arrogance. And I know that's a really hard thing but there's a difference.
Yeah.
Also, just that's as someone who can communicate effectively, that's really great. But and then I just like someone to be secure in himself. Because I can't stand it when someone is insecure and jealous. That just says that's like a red flag. Okay. So for me, it's like be open about how you feel. But if it's too many feelings, too much, then I'm like, okay, maybe you need to see a therapist, seek help. And that's not me. I can't be someone's therapist. But really, I don't like it's arrogance and communication. That's it.
Okay, and I'm getting some background noise from somebody. So if you're not talking and you have background, just hit mute. And then whenever you're ready to jump in, just hit unmute. And it's not that I don't love you. I just want to make sure that we all hear each other properly. Okay, and look, I heard all of you guys say something about insecurities or secure. Miracle, give me an example of an insecure man or insecurity, just so we know what insecurity is, because we not always as bright as we look. So y'all break down insecurity. What's an example of an insecure man?
I can give you an example.
I mean, one that
we're gonna come right to you,
Jen. Doesn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Miracle. Go ahead.
Okay, great. I would just say one insecurity that I think men is when like your woman says like maybe you know she she's going out or something, and then it's like, oh, I need to see what you're wearing. I want to know who you're with. Like, can't you just take it for what it is? I'm going out tonight. I love you. I'll be back. That comes off as an insecurity to me. Or even like maybe in how a woman chooses to dress. Like sometimes I feel like a man could try to, that brings in insecurity. That was just two of them that I can say right now. I have a few more, but I'm gonna let someone else go ahead and speak on it.
Ooh, wait. So we that insecure? Jan, give me some examples of insecurity.
Like,
like, I'm not saying it's all that insecure, but I'm saying
like,
okay.
When a guy is like, every man you talk to, you have to be, intimate with or having sex with, or, like you can't have any type of male friends. Another one is like me. I like to, if I see a celebrity, I mean, you can look at my page and I take pictures with celebrities all the time because I always end up in those situations. So for somebody that is my partner or my man to get mad when I take pictures, with celebrities, that's an insecurity to me.
Okay, that's an insecurity. You got Leona. You got some examples of insecurities?
I would say it's insecurity. What we've all touched on with it, which is how we look, how we dress, how our friends and all that kind of stuff. But also, there's a financial insecurity. Like if I'm going shopping and I'm always shopping and all that kind of stuff. It's like I can't support you, or how I can't support your life, or why are you, and this is something that I hate to get, but I unfortunately get a lot. It's like, why are you even seeing a guy like me? And then so to me, that's it's insecure, but then it's like, well, I have to pull you up to make you feel like you're wanted and needed in this world, but also I have to kind of push myself down to make you feel like we're on the same level. So it's I would say that is more so an internal thing that a lot of guys don't know how to. I would say a lot of guys, this has happened with women as well, because I'm a woman of many talents. But I would say it's one of those things that it's once you bring someone in your life, and then they start picking at just tiny little things like, you have this and you have that, and I can't do this, and well, you're going out with all of your friends and y'all are gonna like go to Neiman's, or I can never bring you to a place, or I don't have enough clothes to bring you to a place like that. That's something that I've heard a lot and I can't stand. And it tells me so much about that person, but it makes me feel bad because I want to bring them up to where they feel like you're wanted and needed by everyone else.
Okay, that makes sense, and maybe that goes back to the thing you were saying earlier about confidence. Confidence being important.
Arrogant. Some people are just arrogant. It's like, you can't hang up on the phone on me because you think that I'm being manipulative. No, say you're being manipulative and then hang up, or say goodbye. Then
so if you're manipulating somebody, you don't want them to just hang up on you. You want them to give you a reason first.
Have some manners. Have some manners.
Somebody gotta have some manners when you being manipulative.
Well, I'm just saying, I wasn't being manipulative, but I said to someone that he was rude, and he was like, I think that I don't even want to cuss, but he was like, you're the rudest person ever, because he hung up on me. And then he was like, oh, I have some dictators that are more rude. And I was like, I haven't met any dictators, but I've met a lot of dicks, and you are one of them. And I tried to be very nice, and I tried, but he was just a really mean, rude guy. He thought he was the end all be all. And I had to put him in his place and realize, man, I don't think you know who you're dealing with. And I don't want to be like that. He made me that way.
Love Life says she will kick me out immediately.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Nasha, you got some examples of insecurity of an insecure man. And again, this is just so we'll know, so we can try to maybe, rectify. We'll know where you women are coming from when you say these words. Do you have any examples of insecure men?
I feel like a man that's insecure of another woman's success or the woman that he's with, that if the woman could be a little bit more successful than him, and instead of it being like a cheerleading thing, like, oh, I'm gonna cheer my woman on because I'm with her, I'm gonna be jealous of her and I'm gonna be insecure and I'm gonna try to stifle her growth.
Okay.
I think another way to be insecure, like,
be getting in the way.
Yeah, well, not even getting in the way. I think it's more purposely stopping her. I'm getting upset because you're succeeding. Yeah, you're succeeding more than I. Exactly, you hating on me. So there's that, and then there's the friends issue. If she has a male friend, not insecure that, or he can have enough trust in her to know that, okay, my woman can have male friends because I trust her enough to know that, she's trustworthy to me, type of thing.
Tyrone, I hate to do this. Y'all might lose me because my lights are flickering. So I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time. If I'm gone, it's not because I'm being rude. It's because of this weather.
No, I hear it. I hear the thunder in the background. And if it's going to happen over there, it might happen here. I'm not far from you. I'm about an hour away. So if she go out and I go out, we love y'all. We be back though next time.
Me too. Me too.
I'm so sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to let y'all know.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's gonna be like this all weekend too.
Oh yeah.
It's like really cloudy over here.
I gotta drive to the other side of town. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm on the radio tomorrow, 12:30 a.m. If you guys in Houston, tune your channels to 12:30 a.m. and 5 o'clock, and you'll hear me on the air bumping my gums with the legendary Ralph Cooper. And so yeah, if you guys can check that out. Nasha, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You want to go ahead and finish?
Oh yeah, no, that was I'm thinking now.
Hey, baby.
Say hi. She wants ice cream. Okay, so no, more of the insecurity with that, and then the men, and then I guess insecure. Another one is going out in public with her, and she could be a very well statuesque type of woman, and she could wear a dress or she could wear shorts, and then he gets upset because he's outside and something like that. And so now he's afraid that other men might be looking at her.
I don't want nobody looking at my woman's booty.
You should be happy that somebody's looking at your woman, though.
They ain't looking, I don't want it.
That Eric Ballinger song. If you ain't looking, I don't want her. No, I don't want y'all looking at my woman. Crazy.
I don't want it,
You crazy.
That means she's pretty.
Yep. I can dig it. I know.
Wow.
I know. And that's going to lead into something we're going to talk about. We're going to get into that Ayesha Curry thing here in a second. But I got just a few more questions and we can't get away from it. Let me start with you, January. When it comes to that paper, what are women looking for financially, for stability? Do y'all all really want us to be ballers? Do we have to be a baller? Give me, what's the deal?
Wanna be a baller, shot baller. No. I mean, fine. Okay. This is where I get my stepdad. My stepdad, I'm not gonna say was the perfect, he was always. I'm not gonna say he was always a perfect man, but I can say this: he is a provider, and that's what I like. I feel like we can, right time of day, everybody, we can go half on the bills, we can do whatever. But in a sense, like I would like a provider, just like my dad. Because my mom pays only her car payment and her insurance. My dad provides everything else. He does the food. He does everything. And I mean, I just feel like, I was brought up in church, and I think the man is supposed to be the provider and the protector.
Provider. So do you mean provide like all the basic essential things do you need? Or do you mean provide $500 purses every couple months. Let's get into this provide. What you mean exactly?
When
provide?
I say provide,
the
I'm
meat and
talking
potatoes.
I'm talking about provide for the household. I can do the necessity things, like the woman can do all the necessity things that need to be done. As far as like buying bags and stuff like that, I mean, that would be nice sometimes, like maybe on holidays and things like that, but not every 2 months. But I just feel like I think a woman that takes care of kids in the household, I mean, that we endure a lot, and I feel like that some men should show their appreciation. And that seems like that went out the door nowadays. Like a man it's not important for a man to show his appreciation for his woman.
Okay.
And I think we need more of that.
Okay. Sharonda Davis says, I want my man to be working and know how to manage money. Okay. She want her man to know how to handle the checkbook. Miracle. When it comes to the paper, what y'all women want from us men when it comes to the paper? Can we be struggling just a little bit? I mean, what y'all want?
For a short period of time.
Okay.
You got to get back on.
I mean, just a little. Just a little. I mean, you don't have to be rich but you can't be broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be rich. Come on, boy.
You can't be broke.
Well, broke.
I will say this: if you can't take care of you, how can you take care of me?
Amen.
No.
Yes.
But if you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of me? So I need that person to take care of themselves. Be responsible. Pay your own bills. Have your own place. Have your own car. Your own bank account. Yes. Like some people can get bank accounts, but they might only have it for a month or two. No, how long have you had that bank account? Because that shows that you're capable of being financially stable. I just want someone financially stable. That's it. You don't have to be rich, but you can't be broke because, like I said, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't do anything for me. Like a woman wants to go out. She wants to maybe she might have a financial issue herself. I mean, she should be able to ask her man, or he should be able to offer it. If you can't even do those simple things, which I think. If you're trying to be in a relationship, period, both parties should be financially set. No one should be, struggling trying to be in a relationship, but we do have people who fall in love and there may not be financially stable. So it's normal and it's okay, things happen, but you cannot, I don't think that you should be struggling financially and trying to seek a relationship. That's just confusion all over.
Can I say something real quick?
Jump on in.
At least be able to financially carry yourself.
To piggyback off what she kind of said, one more thing I think a man should do as well is if a man is dating you and they see that you are having some hard times, like I don't think they should basically I don't think you have to ask. You know what I'm saying? And I ran into a couple people like that. Like you don't have to ask. Like you got
exactly.
You got some gas in your car. Like when you're dating somebody and they see you going through a rough time, I don't think that you should have to ask. I think they should offer.
How long into dating is this? Like right away, a month or two? Yeah, you're here, Leola.
Okay, because I know everything went off for a little bit. So
you here?
Okay. Because I didn't see y'all, and then I was just seeing. Okay.
Oh yeah.
We can see you, girl.
All right, go ahead, Jam.
Yeah, that was it. I was just saying that I really believe that. I mean, and vice versa. Like if we were dating for a while and you ran into some hard time or something, and I see you struggling a little bit, I don't feel like you I would probably offer, to help what I can. But I just feel like a man should do that, especially if you're a single woman, with children and, he's financially stable and he's courting you and wants to date you and wants you to hang out with him and all that.
Right.
Struggling. I feel like I shouldn't have to ask you to help me. You should offer.
All right. How about this, January? It's been 1 month, 31 days. We vibing, we kicking it. It's cool. It's all love. And you need some money on your rent. So in 1 month, am I supposed to already chip in, or is
Yes.
it more like a year, a week? Give me some time. How long? Right
I
away?
mean, you can after a month if you see I'm struggling, like maybe I lost my job, or it depends on the scenario. If we had dated for a month and you know what I'm going through, and I'm like, you hear maybe little stuff, and I'm saying like, oh, I gotta get this rent money or something. I think you should offer something. You don't have to pay it all, but I think to offer something would be a nice gesture, and that may get you to the next month.
I agree.
All right, so he gonna have to have some money in the first place to be able to do that. Who said I don't know after a month?
Me, because I don't really think after a month. I say give it some time. I think honestly right now, a month, you're still trying to get to know this person, and at the same time, if you get codependent on somebody trying to pay your rent a month in, and then 2 months later he breaks up with you, then I don't know. It's just it doesn't feel right.
No, not dependent. Not dependent.
This is like an emergency. Like,
yeah. I mean, it all depends on the situation, right? I mean,
and he don't got to pay the whole rent. I'm just saying, like, you can say, hey, I know you're going through hard times. Here's $200 towards your rent.
Just chip in. Just chip in.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't accept that. Personally.
Not for 31 days, though.
No, I wouldn't accept it. I think. I mean. I think how I look at it in two ways. As a single woman, that I would go, okay, that's really nice that you wanna help out. Thank you so very much, but I'd rather not. And then as a mother, I take care of if my kids are ever in need of anything, they have that. I wouldn't want anyone to come in and say, well, I'm just going to come in and save the day, because what happens next year when you're not around. So for me, I wouldn't accept anything for nothing. That's just how I look at it. It's like I'm
taking it.
I mean, I have a bad habit. My mom hates that about me. I'll trust you. I'll be like, no, I don't like it when people want to give me gifts or pay for things and all that kind of stuff, because it's like you're giving me things for nothing. And I know eventually down the road, you might be like, hey, remember when I gave you that nice bag? Can you get on your knees for me, please?
and I'm gonna be like, remember you offered, I didn't ask for it.
Tell him, Jen.
No.
It goes both ways.
All right, Leola. Well, let me ask you this, and I'm gonna ask Nasha too, because I didn't ask you guys about the finances. When I come and somebody wants to date you, you have to come with $100,000 in the bank and a nice job, or can somebody come to you with a bus pass and a dream? What does the finance matter?
Yeah, they don't need to have I mean, it would be nice to get someone who has a job. It'd be nice to get someone who has a job, but honestly, if it's someone you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, if for me, it has nothing to do with how much money you have, because like you could have like $1 million and be a pedophile, and it's like, so it just doesn't matter to me. I just want to know that you're a good person versus how much money you have. But I will say I don't like driving people around. I don't like people in my car, because they can have like meth or something, and then if we get pulled over and drugs come out, your show is not going to be on TV. It's going to be this pretty much. I don't want to be driving someone around just because,
But to be clear, I can't come to you with a bus pass in the dream.
And a dream, because I will all the way be your cheerleader. I'm not going to pay for anything, though.
Well, how long would you be their cheerleader with a bus pass and not a job?
For as long as they want a cheerleader. You're just not going to move in with me, and I'm not going to pay for anything. If I love you,
how cold she is.
But if I love you, I'm gonna like, okay, you need a studio or something. You can make a studio in one of my extra bedrooms, and all right, do you? I'm just not. I'll call you an Uber. You have to get your way around, but I'm not. I'm gonna support you. Cheerleader.
So he can't use the car. Leola's pretty much what you trying to say. Ain't no dropping you off, huh?
No, not my car.
All right, Nasha. when it comes to finances, what are you looking for in a man financially?
I don't know, I can't hear it. I think you said something about financially in a man.
Yeah, financially. When a man step to you and he's stepping up with his game intact, how do you expect him to be financially? Can he come to you with a bus pass and a dream? Or do we have to have a good job with a bank account and a 401k? What do you got to have to step to you?
I guess it goes. I guess the younger version of me would be like, the best pass is cool. We gonna grow that dream together.
Come on, girl, get out.
Yeah, but now older with children, I think because I'm trying to push myself to be more financially stable, I would want somebody to be the same way because I know that we have the same mentality, that we have the same mentality we want to grow. So at least I know I'm not with somebody that's like, oh, I got a dream that one day I will be a rapper. Instead of, oh, I've been putting in work and I've been sending out my mixtapes and I've been sending this out and I've been getting this all together and I'm trying to make my dream grow. You want to be, like I want you in my life too. To me, that's sexy. That means that you're showing progress with your life and you're showing progress with your growth. And I love that. So I think for that, yeah. If we're gonna talk about him doing that, but for the 401, I wouldn't mind that one right now. Because I feel like you're already there, and I don't have to really push you to get there.
Okay. And so long as the dream is something that's in motion and you don't have to make the dream happen, you okay with a bus pass in a dream?
Basically, yeah. Just I don't mind helping anyone with their dream.
You don't know who you're gonna fall in love with.
You dig? I'm glad that you guys gonna pick me up when you see me at the bus stop. Cheers to you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not picking you up, Tyrone.
Oh man, it get cold outside.
He drives a Beamer.
No, man, I walk from place to place to place. And sometimes I walk faster than others. Hey, so look, let me ask you guys another question. And I guess this will be the last question, unless somebody else out there got some questions. Let me see. Love Life says she's funny. The tease, I know, right? See, they having their own conversation over here in the live chat. That's beautiful. Thank you guys for having the conversation. And hit the like and hit the subscribe. Let me ask you guys another question. Leola, I'm gonna start with you. Then I'm gonna go to Nasha. We're gonna work our way the other way this time.
I know what's the word.
And this is gonna be the final question on this. And you guys just keep it real, keep it 100. Tell us men, what does it take to have you guys eating out our hands? What does it take to have you guys just madly in love with us?
Ooh.
Good for me, it's someone who's actually genuinely the most sincere person ever, where it's anything that when they say, I love you, I actually believe it. And to me, then I will change everything. No, that's a lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I will do my best to be a help around as much as I can. But I'm not gonna. That's a lie. I will do the best I can. So, but if someone is true, like honest, genuine, and trustworthy, where I can like go to sleep at night and I don't have to worry about, you're not going to go and do something stupid around my home, around my dogs, around my kids. You're not going to mess with my money. You're not going to try and steal my identity or steal my body, exploitation, anything like that. Then I can be like, man, that's a great person. And so if it's like genuinely, authentically a good person, then I will wash laundry for that person.
You will what?
I will wash laundry. Real talk. I will do laundry and clean up their house. But they have to have a home too. That's it.
So the bus pass and the dream got to have a home for him.
For me to cook and clean. Yes.
Okay.
Because this would be like, I want to do everything I want to do to help you. For whatever you have to work or whatever, I want to do whatever it is. I'm like one of those stupid romantic people.
Okay. Nashane. Hey, it's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. Nashane. What do a man have to do to have you eaten out of his hands? Just keep it real. Don't be afraid. Nobody gonna use your words against you. Hey, you guys use her words against her. But tell us what to do. Let the men know what to do.
Are you asking me? Because
Yeah, can you not hear?
a little bit, like it's really low for some reason. It just dropped super low.
We can
Look
hear
at
I did hear the question.
your little speaker thing. Does it say off or on at the top left hand side? Because that's how it was for me when y'all was low.
Okay. Hey, thank you. I feel special. Okay, repeat the question again. I'm so sorry.
All right, look, for a man, because this is what do women want from men, right? So what would you tell a man? Say a man wants to have you eating out the palm of his hands. We don't want no problems. We want it to be all good. Tell a man what he has to do to have you eating out the palm of his hands, madly in love.
Consistent communication. Like honestly, consistent communication. I feel like if there's a sense of understanding between the both of us, then we are gravy. And I can feel like we're gonna just keep flowing really good. But yeah, I think it's that and then flowers. Because that's not anymore.
So consistency, communication, and flowers. When you say communication, do that mean talking on the phone all day and night, or just like a quick text? I ain't gonna be there. Like, give me some definitions of communication, because I've heard you touch on that a few times.
Because I've had
communication earlier. But
what'd you say, Lee?
She's communicated exactly what she meant about communication earlier. Just wanted to put that out there. You're bad communication.
I know. These are my bad communicating skills, and so I just need her to reiterate for the slow people in the back, like myself. Communication. How do we communicate, Nashane?
I think I've been in several situations where and not just me, I've seen other women, they've actually brought this to me. They've been with a person that was consistently communicating to the point where it got annoying. It's like, no, let me miss you for some time. Or there's the communication where it's kind of like hey, I'm not going to make it to dinner tonight because I have something I need to do. There's no insecurity within the relationship. There's more like the communication helps with the security of the relationship. So I can help. I can't even think right now. My daughter's running around like a crazy person. Basically, we can help each other out through our communication. If a person's at work and you know this person's at work, or I'm not good with this right now.
I think what you're saying, it's like not over communication. Like I don't need a 12-page letter every single day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Look. So let's say I'm on my way home from work. Do I have to tell you, hey, I'm about to stop and get some dinner? Hey, I'm about to stop and get some gas. Hey, I'm about to stop and go to the bank. Hey, I'm about to stop over Jerry's house and pick up my shoes real quick.
I would turn my phone off at that point. The dinner point, yeah, because if you, like I said, the sense of understanding, if you know that I'm the type that cooks dinner every single night and you're going to stop and get dinner, we're going to have some problems when you get home. But if I'm at work and I'm doing what I need to do, I don't know what that was. Hold on. Go get her, and take her out. Go get her and take her out.
Dog says, somebody help me, please.
I have no clue. I was gonna say that if it's where you're constantly letting me know what you're doing every 5 seconds, then I'm gonna shut the phone off, or I might just break up with you because I can't deal with that, because we're both busy. And like I said, there's that sense of understanding there. But if it's the dinner thing, then yeah, that starts with the understanding as well.
All right. Love Life says that's a good answer. I hate flowers. They die too fast. The 3 says communication, common sense, real love can read and spell. They missed a few more.
Well, I mean, the one thing when the communication part, I don't think with me personally, I don't believe in over communication. And then you don't have to tell me exactly what you're doing, because you should already be sharing your location with me if you're in a relationship. So I know exactly when you're stopping and where you're starting.
Oh,
there shouldn't be any conversation about it because I already know personally.
Oh, what you say, Jen?
Am I answering the question? I just said, oh, to her.
I said, oh, too. I heard you say, oh, and I said, oh, and I thought we were saying, oh, I thought you was going to add
For
something.
what?
To the, oh.
Yeah, for what? I don't want to know their every location because if I know theirs, that means they got to know mine. And I don't like
Yeah.
See, but I don't mind it. To me, it's like, you know where I'm going to be.
No, I don't want nobody have no tabs on me like that.
You don't need no GPS locator on you, January.
Hell no.
No, I need
scary, though. That's possessive.
If we're gonna communicate and share our bodies and share our all that kind of stuff, then I need your location as well.
She gonna put a GPS on your jock strap.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna if you're sharing your body and your life with someone, then it's too much to ask, where are you? I need to know where you are.
I think that goes with that sense of understanding, though, right? Like you should already get you and your partner, you guys talk. So you guys are gonna say, hey, babe, tomorrow I gotta go down to the studio, I gotta go do this, I gotta do that, or whatever. And you already know in the back of your head, I ain't gotta worry about him. He at the studio doing whatever. But I'm gonna handle mine.
Know it. Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. But Leola and Nashanae, why you guys keep referring to rappers? Is every man with every man with a bus pass in the dream a rapper?
I said a studio.
I was about to say,
I said a studio. I didn't say a rapper. Yeah. But I did because I dated a rapper, and he was in college, and he was a rapper, and then so I mean I had a house. He was in college. He was working. So I let him do a studio on one of my extra closets. I was like, okay, but he had a car and a job and everything else and a degree, and he's doing really well. But I'm just asking, like, seriously, if we're gonna have maritals or a marital conversation, then I should be able to track your location. I may know that you're where you are, but it's still nice to know. It's like, okay, well, he's not answering my phone. Let me see. And then press the button to where it's ringing alarm. Everyone around you is going to know that.
He's delivering packages. He's delivering packages.
Oh, man.
This is for 2019. This is for 2019. I'm just saying.
Leola gonna have a tracker on the boy.
Let me answer your question.
I was just about to ask you, January, how does a man get January Angel to eat out the palm of his hands? What a player gotta do?
He's gotta treat me like a queen.
My queen.
Be my protector. Be my protector. Have my back, whether I'm right or wrong.
Wait. Have your back even if you wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna go like if I'm getting into it with somebody, you're not gonna just start arguing with me with them.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm clear.
You have my back whether I'm right or wrong, and then you're gonna pull me to the side and let me know I was wrong. And we'll have that discussion. But I'm just saying in the sense of, I just want somebody to be just I'm their everything. So if you make me feel like I'm your everything, then you'll have me eating out your hand.
Ooh, okay. Make her feel like she everything and she gonna be eating out the palm of your hands. I'm gonna ask you guys something.
I hate it, but okay.
I'm gonna ask you guys something real quick before we move on to Ayesha Curry. One word, you guys, thug or nice guy? January.
Both. All in one.
I could take that all in one. Leola, thug or nice guy?
Okay, I have to quantify it by saying this. I have to, because I'm the crazy person in the relationship, I need a nice guy because I'm the thug. Whereas every day you don't know what you're gonna get with me.
Okay.
So I gotta say nice guy.
Okay, and if you don't know Leola, she carries a few pistols and she will pull them on you fast. This is a fact. Nashanae, nice guy or you want a thug? Which one you want?
Nice guy. I dated a few thugs. I'm pretty good on the thug thing. I think I'm
okay. So you want a nice guy.
The bad guy. The thug is like the bad guy. The ooh, what's he gonna do? Right?
I know.
So
Like, ooh,
But if you get them with both sides, then you get both. You know.
but I'm saying if you're the bad boy in the relationship, then you don't want that. So it's like you don't know what I'm gonna come up with. Today I'm so nice and loving. The next day you
but not too nice.
Kick my dog, and now I gotta kill you.
But not too nice.
Sharonda Davis says she wants a nice guy. She like a nice guy. And I have to ask you guys that because, again, that's something that you hear a lot. I always hear people say that women always want thugs and the nice guy never wins. He never wins. So do the nice guy win or do the thug always win?
It's know how to be a thug at the right time and be a nice guy at the right time.
But thug is the wrong word. It's just like someone with a little edge. Like
bad boy. Is bad boy a better phrase?
Yes.
I think that's what the terminology is better because thug has a really negative connotation.
Okay. So thug has a negative connotation. All right. Well, hey, you guys, here. Let's go ahead.
I'm okay with dating a drug dealer, but in pharmaceutical rep, if you get what I do. Mama likes her pills.
Because Mama likes her pills.
Oh man, you guys are hilarious. So all right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna switch topics real quick. And it does have something to do with all the stuff that we've been talking about what do women want from men. So we're going to talk a little bit about Ayesha Curry. So Ayesha Curry was on what is it called? Red Table Talk Confessions.
Yeah.
And she had said some things that got the internet world in a buzz. Why is everybody tripping on Ayesha? January, what's going on?
They mad because she wants men to look at her.
It's so much more than that.
She feels not wanted. Like I think, and like I mean, I don't know how to take her, but I mean, some of that feels like she's a little insecure because women throw themselves at her husband. And I feel like she feels like she wants men to throw themselves at her, and they're not doing that. And I think that's because of look at her husband. I mean, you have to come, I'm sure, correct to be able to throw yourself at her. And Steph Curry's her husband. But I mean, I also understand on another side that she wants to still feel like she got it. And I think the older that we get, and when your lifestyle changes and you're like, she's more of a mom and wife type, she probably just feels like she wants to know if she still has it. So I kind of feel, I'm on both sides of it.
Okay.
She could have kept that. She could have kept it to herself though.
Okay. She could have kept it to herself.
Have you guys ever had that moment? You guys ever had those moments with having children and you don't feel like you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel like you got to fight your own self, your mental and your physical, and you're fighting like, oh my God, I don't think the man in my life even appreciates me. Then there's all the, the pressure from media and pressure from society and then pressure about her husband and all that different stuff. It kind of puts a damper on a person's mind, especially a woman like that.
But I'm not going to go on Red Table Talk and talk about all of that. I'm going to go to my therapist. I'm not going to go and talk about it online. And then the problem with Ayesha Curry is that she's already unlikable. And I'm saying this and I'm only looking at like a publicist would, is that she's already said some things negatively
about other women.
She's already said it way before Red Table Talk. So she doesn't have, anything else that she's continuing to say, it's going to look like, hey, you're always crapping on women. And then you want us to be able to be the ones who can buy your products and all that kind of stuff. And yet you're always crapping on women, all groupies, all that. But on the side, but I do believe as a wife and a mom, there is a time when you feel like you're not sexy. No one desires you. I'm ugly. I'm fat. Everyone looks at my husband. And especially if your husband's a multimillionaire, and everyone's going to go, oh, it's Steph Curry's wife instead of saying Ayesha Curry. And that's the conversation that we're having a lot nowadays. But I think
it could have been an insecurity she already went into the marriage with.
But that's something
I think she's talking about other women.
I think that's what she probably thought in her mind once they got married and had a certain level of success, and that would feel better. But again, she used the wrong forum. And I would, if I were her publicist, I would say, shut up. This is not the time. Stop it. Because now you're going to have men that are going to disrespect Steph Curry during playoffs. Can you imagine going to a Rockets game and Steph Curry be like, hey, I'd F your wife. Hey, I'll give her something. You're obviously not taking care of business. So I don't think she used the right forum or the right time. Dang it.
Right.
All right, Nashane, what about you? What about you, Nashane? You think that she was on the right forum and the right time? What do you think about that?
I think she's just trying to look for a cry for help. I think I do agree about the going to seek therapy, that she should have said that with her therapist. But I also think it's a taboo subject we don't talk about, especially because we're in, a society that's more based off of, let's stay hush hush over our problems rather than actually just talking it out. And I know it's a pick and choose type of thing, because like I said, she's crying out for help. Look, I don't feel pretty, guys. I don't feel pretty at all. I'm just let you know right now. I feel ugly as a woman. I feel like I'm not a sufficient wife. And this could be something that honestly her and Steph need to talk about in private.
She brought the world into a marriage, and that's not what you want to do as a public figure.
All right. Go ahead and talk. And as you guys do that, I'm going to bring up one of her quotes and I'm going to read it after you guys get done speaking. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine. I was gonna say that I think it's more of a, like I said, the thing for the cry for help. Maybe she's tried to come with him with this conversation. I think maybe because you never know if he's not listening or not. But like I said, we don't know the whole situation. We're just looking at it from Ayesha's side. We're not looking at it in their relationship. We're not there.
I'm looking at it from the fact that you have a husband who is all about basketball. And one thing I don't think enough people are talking about is what it's like to be married to someone who is playing a playoff or like constantly pushing his best. Remind you, he has to practice everything basketball. Everything has to be, that's what he is. So he probably has like a few days a year to where he really is about his wife, where he can like do all of these fun vacations with his wife.
But how do we know that? That's just a sense of understanding that we see from the outside. We don't know what it looks like behind closed doors.
And I think what I'm saying is, if we look at it as someone, if we're looking at it as women, and we can see, what if we were married to someone who's that busy? That's what I'm looking at. And that's how I look at it, because I know like a lot of women who are married to these guys, they won't say like, yeah, he won't have sex with me because of his legs. It's gonna mess up his legs. And then he hurt his knee, or we lost a game, and he's like pissed off that he might get traded. Like we don't know, and actually we can see that's what happens most when a lot of those relationships, it's after something, a guy hurts himself or he's traded to a team that he doesn't want to be in, that he's just not, he doesn't feel his best, he's going to take it all on his wife. And then it's going to be like, okay, but she's supposed to look great all the time, and then she's crying inside because he lost the game or an entire series, and everyone's like, F yous and screw you and all that kind of stuff. Like, we have to look at it in the sense of what we
Put yourself in her shoes, though. That's a lot of pressure on a person.
That's a lot of pressure, but it's a lot of pressure that you're not supposed to bring the world into it. You think the world's going to make it better?
I agree with that.
All right, here you guys.
She also could be raising awareness for it too. I mean, if you think about it, this actually happens. It's quite common, regardless if he's rich or not.
No, look at Lala Anthony.
Let me break in real quick and read you guys words from Chef Curry herself. It says, Curry took to Instagram with her thoughts Wednesday.
If I were her publicist, I would tell her no.
All right, she already did it. She says, I have never been one to cage my feelings and emotions to any capacity. She captioned in a photo of herself tossing a pair of Spanx into a
Marie Kondo-esque.
Yeah, Marie, whoever that is. Ben, she says, I am human. It brings out my pure joy to speak my mind, be vulnerable at times, and to know myself inside and out. Nothing that, wait, she says, noting that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, Curry says she wanted to encourage everyone to speak their truth, regardless of perception, fitting into a mold, or offending someone, because it's your truth and it's okay. That's what she had to say.
She's just cleaning up and doing her thing. She's cleaning it up.
So you think she just brought out the mop to clean it up real quick?
Yeah, because she knows it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we're gonna say, okay, well, let's just ease off, not be bullies, because she was getting dragged since Sunday.
All right. What do you
It
guys?
is hard though. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. It's on. Go ahead.
I was going to say that it is hard though when you do have 3 kids, because the one thing that you lost is you're constantly not dressing for yourself anymore. There's no prettiness. It's all gone now. You're more dressing for, let me hurry up and take this child to school, amongst the pressures of media and society and all that.
Wait. Nasha, Steph Curry worth $90 million. You don't think they got no maids? You think she chasing the kids around all day?
She can't have any maids because she thinks all women are groupies.
Is that right?
That's where the insecurity starts. She needs to go seek some therapy, or she needs to take some time apart, because, like I said before, she looped that insecurity into the marriage. Yeah. So she already knew what she was getting into.
Yeah. So I can be on her side as a woman. I can be on her side and say, I know exactly what she's feeling. I know exactly what she's going through.
Yeah.
However, she should not have dragged other women, as she's been doing for years. This is before one.
I saw a quote somewhere. She was talking about how other women, she said women nowadays, the things that they wear or something to that nature. January, do you think her past comments is a reason that people are dragging her now? And do you think that people should drag her for what she said?
Yes, her past comments are part of a reason why she's probably getting dragged. But I also feel like she can say whatever she wants to say. You know, I mean, if that's how she felt, that's what she wants to say, then that's what she can say. And if she's strong enough to let it not get to her, oh well. I mean, I'm just saying it to the sense that, you know, who are we to judge what she says, what's going on in their family, what's going on in their life? You know, I mean, she's a grown ass woman. So, I mean, I just don't get involved in all of it. You know, I really didn't. I don't think I spoke too much about it because I really don't care, but I do understand her feeling of, you know, wanting to feel accepted. And maybe there's an issue in between their marriage, but again, that's something they need to deal with. That's the world.
She didn't want to be dragged. She should not have brought it. She should not. That was a wrong form. It's just because too many things that she has said about women.
Your electricity went out?
Yeah, I was like, she a ride or die over there with her flashlight. Like, no, I'm still staying this. You don't understand.
It's like, what else am I gonna do? That's what it's been like all night. So it's like, it's gonna come on and come off. But my whole thing is like, she just needs to stop while she's ahead. And like,
I think we should take that. I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Hold on.
Start gaining back the female base that she needs to stand up for her. She's lost that.
Shouldn't we take it?
Look, hold on. Love Life says they better make sure she stay away from Tristan Thompson.
Right.
I'm just saying, I should be really happy that she doesn't have a man like him.
Oh man.
Right.
Oh wait. Hey, do you guys think it's possible that he already had an idea what she was going to say and maybe he's okay with it? You guys think that's possible?
I don't think he doesn't look like the type he doesn't look like the type who's very controlling. Like, yeah, do whatever you want, girl.
What's a bussy? 3 T's? What's that? You got to explain. Break that down in layman's terms. All right. So you guys, hey, why are the men in outrage? Because look, I was looking on social media and I noticed a lot more women are agreeing with her, but the men is dragging her through the swamp.
That's because they insecure men. Your man don't feel like a woman can say, oh, I want to be looked at, or I want to, You know,
They don't
they
think
don't
women have a
stop.
mind of their own.
That's all that
That's what I'm
is.
saying. Don't you think that this should be the start of a platform with our younger girls? Because if Aisha has this mentality and she's married to a rich man, imagine all our young girls right now as they get older and the insecurities that they develop over the years, trying to
Mhm.
get into marriages just like this and having the exact same mind frame. Hey, I feel bad and I feel ugly about myself, but at the same time, I'm very insecure. It's a cry for help and nobody's saying anything. We're just bashing her. We're not talking about, oh my God,
The
this is
cry
the
for help
mentality of
is
our women.
Give me $90 million. You ain't got to worry about me being insecure or
I'll
wondering if I'm
sadly
one
sitting there
because I'm up
somewhere
here.
in promises.
January said, "Give me that paper."
I've been some
You
rehab
ain't got to talk to
facilities
me every
saying,
day
"Oh,
at all.
I have
I'll be doing my
emotional
own thing.
breakdown." Yeah, I just think she chose the wrong platform too long that she said something so negatively about women, and then now she's like, "Oh, I want men to look at me." Well, but you don't want. It's the equality thing again, where it's a what is it? A double standard. It's a double standard. So it's like you're calling these other women groupies, but then you want men to look at you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw like all of the memes and stuff where it's gonna be like, okay, what real man is gonna go and step to her, really knowing full well that everyone would hate
Oh
step
yeah,
We
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
see it as uncouth. Men
yeah.
see it as uncouth, but then they do the same exact thing. They get into marriages and relationships, just like she said earlier, your last show with a bunch of married men on there. It's kind of double standards, isn't it? Like, oh my God, Aisha's a hoe. Oh my God, she's terrible and she's nasty.
I don't know who's call. I don't know if she who's this. I don't know who's calling her a hoe. I don't think any
This
woman
is what
that's
I'm
sitting
saying.
there having like 3 or more kids. That's not a hoe. That's a workhorse.
All right, here, let me show you guys something real
Back
quick.
to back to back like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And having a war and traveling like that, I'd be like, man, please.
All right,
Yeah.
here, look, I'm gonna show you guys on this screen and I'll give you an example, a little bit of what I'm talking about. Like right here, this guy says, Ayesha Curry looking for male groupies. Steph got a problem. All right, is that like a bit? Is that overreaching, or what do you guys think? Was she saying that she's looking for male groupies?
No, she just wants to be looked at like, hey, look at you. That's
She
I
wants some. She wants
not
some.
Ayesha Curry.
She wants some men in her DMs.
Right. January,
And in her DMs.
right? January. You
I
think that
think she
she
just
want to
wants to
just
be
be
appreciated physically.
I think
okay?
that's it. She just wants the people to look at her as she's hot. That's it.
Yeah.
That might
All
have
right,
been a cry out for her husband.
all
And
right.
not
Right.
Look,
Yes.
you guys are women. Let me ask you guys this: do you guys like being able to curve men all the time? Like, does that feel good to be? Hey, baby, what's your name? Leave me alone. I'm married. Leave me alone. I got a man. Is that a good feeling?
No.
No, because we think that y'all
are we
just
being
like to
honest?
curve men
Are we being honest?
all the way, Leola.
Oh yes, I love it when I can go, no, taken. I got a man, I got a woman. I don't know. I'm just off
Ah.
market. Oh, you want my number?
I
No.
Pizza. You want some pizza before we go to bed?
What
I
about
think
you
it's
now,
more.
Shanae?
I've been single for
No,
so long, so
You sleepy?
I think I'd rather just know that I'm good enough for myself, and I think I don't need the validation for other people to tell me if I'm pretty or not. Because and at the end of the day, is people are gonna have those opinions about me. Oh my God, I want attention. Oh, you must be a whore. Okay, well maybe I just want to feel pretty for myself. Oh, you don't need to seek validation. It's a double standard everywhere you go. So I'd rather just like me because it's too much with all that. It's frustrating at the end of the day because you at the end of the day then you're gonna try to base who you are off of other people, and I just rather not.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, it does feel good to have a
Yeah,
man and go,
yeah,
I
of course.
got
Like,
you.
oh my God, you're fine. I know. Thank you. I know. I saw that in the mirror this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know.
I mean, that
But
feels great. I mean, or just be like, someone says, "Oh, hey, you're hot." I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, and we're human. We're like that. That's how we are. We naturally attract. That's how we got babies in
But
the first
I
place.
do think it's funny. I think the best come online was, "Hey, are you married? No. Do you have kids? 2." He went, "I got 3. We make a perfect family. Let's get married."
That sounds like some
I,
bills. That sounds like some old bills.
It was a very old man. It was a very, very old man, but I went.
He was a player.
I had one try to get at me. He had one.
Sons. They were all older than him. Or
They're
they
my son.
I went.
I gotta go to bed.
Oh, he knocked out. All right, hey, we're gonna go ahead and end it, and because I know Jan gotta go. Hey, that backpack. I know I haven't forgot about it. January, we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah.
But hey, before we do go, I'll bring it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. But here, before we go, Jan, if you gotta go, let everybody know where they're gonna find you. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually play the audio of Ayesha Curry, just so we don't do this whole conversation without her actual audio being heard. But if you gotta go now, let everybody know where they can find you and all that jazz.
Okay, so on Facebook, January Angel, which is my first and last name. Instagram _January_Angel. Twitter, I think it's January Angel. I don't know. I'm not on there often. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And you can also find me on Soapbox Heroes.
Yeah.
I'm starting to be like a little fixture, a panelist.
You might as well get your show going and we can all build a network together. That's what I really want to do.
Right. You gotta hit me to some stuff, Tyrone, to get me started. I don't know where to start for real.
I got
asked
you.
him that last year.
You asked me what, Leola?
I don't remember.
Stop. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Nice to meet you guys. And
nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you, Jan.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys, I'm going to share the screen real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the actual words of Ayesha Curry just so everybody get a little bit of context and be sure what we're talking about. And then after that, we're going to wrap it up like a nice little present.
Yeah. We have to, because I got to get to bed because this weather is bedtime weather.
Wake up. Here we go.
All the ladies around y'all men. How do you deal with that? Stefan is like very nice by nature, and he's very talkative. He's just like you. He gets it from his mama, and so like everything's very, very friendly, and sometimes to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm a grown woman, so I just insert myself and be like, hello, how are you doing? Right. Like I'm okay with it now, and I've obviously like the devil is a liar, and there's always like the ladies will always be lurking, right? Hoping for their moment and waiting. You need to be aware of that, right? But for me, I honestly hate it.
Well, that's what I got. I guess I'd have to find something else. But she said the devil is a lie.
Yeah, and what she's saying is like everyone's always going to look for that weakness. And the weakness is alcohol. So keep your man out them clubs and you won't have that problem.
You can't blame it on the alcohol. All right, look, final question, just to put it in context and bring it home. As women, Leola, I know you're a virgin, but you've been in a relationship before. If a woman is in a relationship and a random man says that you're beautiful, does it still feel good?
Yeah. Okay. What kind of that? Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you're not beautiful. Yes, I'm beautiful. Thank you very much. Tell me all the time. Tyrone, you know how I dress.
This I do.
Yes. Of course I want to become beautiful. I don't leave this house looking like awesome because I want people to know me. What?
Okay, Nasha, in a relationship, how do you feel? Okay, you're in a relationship, a serious relationship, married or close to married, you're real boo thang times 1,000, and another man tells you you're beautiful. Is that a bad thing for you to be happy that he says it, or what? Because that's a dynamic I'm getting, is that people are mad that she said she wants a compliment from another man, even though she don't want them. So as a woman, how does it feel if you get a compliment from a random guy? Is it something that you dismiss? Does it make you feel good? What does a woman feel?
Well, first of all, I'm really odd in relationships. So if a guy told me I was pretty or beautiful or whatever, I would tell him thank you. And then I would run and go tell my guy, like, oh my God, someone thought I was pretty, because I'm weird like that. but no, I wouldn't feel anything bad about it. I would be like, oh, okay, I would take the compliment and keep pushing, and just go from there. I don't really see it as a total bad thing. But like I said, I'm really truthful. So then after he would compliment me, I would probably go home and tell my, it's not really like a check-in. It's more just like someone thought I was pretty. You better step your game up or you're going to lose me. Does that no play?
So joke like, oh, I saw this man. He didn't have any teeth at the gas station.
I know.
I was beautiful.
Right?
Like,
they know.
like me, you know.
Hey. And you're like, what is wrong with you? I don't know. I'm beautiful. Look, the guy told me at the gas station they selling the like the little flowers and stuff. I know I am. He said it. He confirmed nothing. No, I think it's just it's people say you're pretty. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. If they ask me any further, like, hey, are you in a relationship? Then I would no. I would not say that I'm not. I would say that I'm in a relationship, but it's just a compliment.
If I wasn't married, I'd go, I ain't married. Always looking. So don't see no rings. Like, oh, I see you.
If I'm on my way to marriage, then no, I wouldn't do that. Because I don't think I could do that to somebody if I'm in like, no, I'm committed to somebody. But if
you ain't married, you're single. Can't check on your taxes. So there we go.
She says you can't text. Okay. Yeah.
Leona said if we ain't married, then we single. Ooh-wee.
You gotta lock it down. This has gotta lock it down. Both sides.
Got to lock it down. Boy.
Yeah.
On both sides. Okay, I'm gonna let that rest right there, like a fine steak. And hey, you guys, what she said wrong? Was it off base? Is that something that some women feel like they want to be complimented by other men, by men other than their men that they're with?
Yeah, she wasn't off base. She was completely right, just wrong for him. Completely right.
You really want to know my honest opinion?
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like it's a mentality that's been pushed on a lot of women, women growing up. And I feel like we need that validation to constantly make us feel pretty. I think if we raise our younger girls to make them feel like they're already pretty right now, we won't have Ayesha Currys thinking that they need other people to make them feel pretty. I know that sounds bad. And I know that sounds weird coming from somebody who's had, insecurities myself. But I personally feel bad for her because I see the brokenness on her and I feel like she's really needing something right now and she doesn't even know what it is. So she feels like validation's the thing. And I really feel like that's something her and Steph need to take privately.
Yeah.
And they need to figure that out.
She's tired of being called Mrs. Steph Curry instead of Ayesha Curry. That's all.
Then she needs to address that instead. She needs to say, excuse me, hi, I have a name. My name is Ayesha. Let me show you what I can do.
I think she said that.
Yeah, she said that. She said she started jumping in and telling women that. But you know that don't matter when somebody is thirsty.
I'm sure they're thirsty.
They thirsty.
Yeah, I'm just sure she just is always focused on making sure my man is not going to fall for gullible these women. I think she's just been too laser focused on that for years.
She got the curry stir fry and love life always with the good comments. Go ahead, Leona. I'm sorry, that was funny.
No, that was it. I feel like I said, I feel bad for her, and I hope that she uses this time. If I were her publicist, I would shake her and say, "Let's spin it."
Okay.
It should be like Britney Spears and go get some help, and then maybe everybody will know her name like they know Britney's.
Okay. And Leola, you talking from a little bit of experience. Everybody talking from experience. All right, you guys. Well, look. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for watching the 3 T's, Love Life, what was it? Betty Boo, just everybody who watched it, everybody who watched and everybody who participated. I really, really appreciate it. Sharonda Davis, you guys all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you can. And we're going to keep doing this. It's something that I love to do. And I want to thank you ladies for coming on and helping me do it.
No problem. Even no power.
My 2 most reliable friends.
Yeah.
Nashane, let everybody know where they can find you and tell them one more time about Paper Doll. You know what? Leola might tell her about Paper Doll Houses.
Okay, well, I have a web show. It's actually called Paper Doll Houses. And like I said before, it's geared towards helping young women grow maturely. I know that women, we're the cradle of civilization and we make and we create life. So we have to, build our lives for the future. My goal is to kind of take, I don't know if you've ever seen For Color Girls Only, but the end where Whoopi Goldberg was explaining to all the younger women, I've been there and let me help you get there without breaking your mental. That's my goal with this show. So I've been doing this show for 10 years now, and I haven't gotten off the ground at all. But I'm still trying.
Nah, we getting it off the ground. Don't say that. Lift off. We getting it off the ground. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's just I took a hiatus, and that was my fault. But it's interesting because I learned a lot. So now everything that I've learned with my experiences, I'm able to go out and help other young women or even older women, kind of help them evolve, and then I help those women help other women, and it's kind of like a chain reaction, and building it for there. And I have it's called Paper Doll Houses. I just did an interview recently with someone I adore highly, and you can go check that out if you can. I can ever get a link to it at some point. As long as Tyrone goes and finally becomes a subscriber to it, because he keeps saying he's going to. And I don't know if he did.
I watched the whole thing.
You said you're gonna be a subscriber.
I am a subscriber.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look, got yourself. Go ahead, Leola.
So now he's gonna share it on Instagram, and then I can click like, and then I can follow, and then we're all just a big happy family.
Oh, you heard that? I like what she just said. I like what she just said. She said you're gonna share it. You're gonna share it.
Okay, I gotta use Instagram to share it. I'll share it. I'll share it on Facebook and tag her on Facebook, and then I'll try to Instagram. I'm trying to figure the whole Instagram life out. All right.
And then if you ever want to. I'm sorry. Say Leola, if you ever want to do an interview, I love raw stories. Anything about your life that made you the woman who you are today. There's somebody out there just like you, and they want to change. They want to change for the better, just like you. So if you have a story, you hit me up, and
I have a story, I will hit you up. Hi, how are you? My name's Leola. I'm a story.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, and Leola's a great person. Leola has a really good heart. Like I said, she's funny. She's funny. She's a comedian, but she has a good heart. She's there for people.
Awesome.
Even when
I'm a comedian, but she has a good heart. She's a comedian, but she has a good heart.
Because you guys be so cold, you know what I'm saying? You guys be chilly willy. But Leola, let everybody know where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can hear you sing, where you say Broadway Boys.
Broadway Boys. You can always find me at Lee Mariah Rose on Instagram, and I on Twitter, Mariah Leola. And if you find me on Instagram, then you can find my Snapchat, because I don't say that name out loud, because you can't change your username on Snapchat. Anyway, but yeah. If you start at Lee Mariah Rose on Instagram, and then I'm on Soapbox Heroes whenever Tyrone decides, he wants someone to come in through a clutch moment.
Oh, well, we did it. We did a show together twice, but my good friend likes to travel out of the country very often, which I come in.
That was twice.
And she's leaving again. And she's leaving again next week. So
next month. So we have time.
I hear you. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it. I'm gonna say one thing. The only thing that I was thinking about Ayesha Curry is I'm indifferent. I'm here nor there. I don't know if she's right or wrong. It's none of my business. I just don't like to see people get drugged with all the vulgar name calling over an opinion. An opinion is an opinion. You could dislike the opinion. We could debate the opinion. We could analyze what she said. But we don't gotta call her filthy names.
But everyone has an opinion. What is the saying? Opinions are like buttholes.
Everybody got one. All right. And so that's all I was gonna say. I hope everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening. If you are out here near the Texas area, the Houston area, stay out the rain. Like Missy said against her window, I can't stand the rain.
Yeah.
We out of here. Thank you guys.
No problem. Love you.
Love you.